What if I told you that the greatest lessons in life you're going to learn are going to come from your biggest challenges? Resiliency of getting through those challenges is what's going to lead you on your path to growth. Now, I come from a generation where we had to ask girls out by walking up to them, meet and greet. We didn't text anybody. We had to actually go meet and greet. And back when I was about 17, 18, they'd have all-city dance. And at the all-city dance, you were out there trying to find somebody to dance with. So you would go with maybe 4 or 5 of your friends. You'd show up at the dance, and it would be time to try to see who's going to dance with somebody and who can hook up with somebody and at least get dance with them. And every time you'd be with 3, 4 of your friends and you would watch people get rejected. And usually the first guy, he'd come up and he'd ask the girl, hey, can I dance? And will you dance with me? No. And then done. You could just see all the air come out of them. And then they would be like this for the next 2 hours, foot on the wall, hands up, watching everyone else dance for the next 2 hours. But there was always this one guy who was able, in your group, who's able to just ask 2, 3 girls, bam, next thing you know, he's dancing with them all night long. That's where resiliency comes in. And resiliency really isn't something you could just read in a book and understand. Resiliency comes from actually doing something, feeling the pain, learning, and changing what it is. So if we take a look at the actions of resiliency, is first off, you have to do something. Okay, you have to ask the girl out. You go up and you go to ask her out. Hey, will you dance with me? And she shoots you down, no. Okay, next thing, you got to come back and say, okay, my breath okay? Am I dressed okay? Do I smell all right? What did I say? Well, I asked her if she would dance with me. Maybe I should ask her something else. Then you try it again. So it's just a repeat over and over. The next girl, you walk up and you say, hey, I saw that you came in today and you have the greatest smile ever. Will you dance with me? Oh, then maybe that might work. If not, you got to go back. So going through challenges and pain is how you build up the muscle of resiliency. So you have to first act, and then once the action is done and you hit the brick wall or you get shot down, then you have to sit back and acknowledge, okay, this happened. How can I fix it? How can I change? How can I grow? Understand, hey, this hurt. Okay, yeah, the girl hurt my heart here, but I'll be okay. But what's my vision here? What's my target? Oh, I want to dance with somebody tonight. So then you have to go at it again. So that's the steps of resiliency. Now I had, you know, when you're in my generation, that's how you learned. That's how I think right now when I have to overcome challenges. I know that, hey, sometimes things aren't going to go my way. I'm going to have to try again. I'm going to have to figure out what went wrong and have to decide on how to change what I was doing, change my behavior, change my breath, do whatever it is I need to do so I can dance with that girl. So now there's 3 basic things that I want you to think about when it comes to resiliency. The first thing is you have to change your perspective. So when this event happens and you have an issue, you have to figure out, okay, what went wrong and how can I fix it? How can I change? So that is your first step into building resiliency in that situation. Number 2 is you're not trying to fix everything at once. You're working on small steps to help you get to where you're at, what your goal is. And number 3 is you might need some help. You might have to ask your friend, hey, does my breath smell bad? You know, you need to bring in someone else, get advice from somebody to help you through that next phase when you're trying to really build resiliency. Now let's go to the A&L, action and leverage, like we always do in this series. And resiliency is really mostly about action, okay? You have to keep doing it. You have to keep going, even when it hurts, okay? Resiliency comes through pain. So embrace the pain. Helps you. No different than someone trying to run a marathon, okay? They're out there every day pounding the pavement trying to hit that marathon. You're going to have to embrace the pain to get through. And then leverage comes in is you might need some help. You might need some help to get through, to be resilient in something. Now for me, resiliency is one of the top 2 things that a good salesman has to have, okay? They have to be a good listener first. You have to listen a lot to sell really well. But number 2, you have to be able to handle rejection. We're told that typically maybe you have to hear no 5 times until you get a yes. Over and over again, I see salespeople giving up on the first no. They're the guy walking out to the dance floor. Will you dance with me? No. Boom, done. They're against the wall. Leg up, arms crossed, done. Okay? Resiliency. My dad used to always say, hey, you got to treat it like water on a duck's back. If you put some water on a duck, it doesn't stick, it just rolls right off. Well, that's how you build up resiliency, where it can roll off your back like not a problem. You can hear no, it's not a problem. Because you have to realize that maybe it's just them, not you. They're rejecting because they're not ready. It's not just about you. So being able to reflect, make adjustments, so then you can build that muscle of resiliency. Okay, my challenge for you this week is to find that one problem that you're having and what can you do differently? What changes you can make, what small steps you can make to overcome that point that is holding you back. Now remember, resilience isn't about avoiding the storms. It's literally you're dancing in the storm, okay? So when you build that muscle of resilience, you'll be able to handle bigger challenges over and over again, and that right there will help you on your path to growth. Now, attack your challenge this week. I know you can do it. You got this.